You're listening to All in Our Heads with Joe Fernandes and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Welcome, everybody, to All in Our Heads podcast with me, Joe Fernandes, and Mikey Punctuality, Mike Gaffney. Are you watching our show, Mike?
I know. I'm trying. I didn't turn the volume down. I'm just sharing it. Okay.
All right.
Coming.
Look at Mike. He's got his Yankees shit on. Where are you?
Yeah, it's not good. I'm like, because it's raining out. I still wanted to smoke a cigar, so I'm like, got my back door open, and I got like the fucking computer shit inside the door, and I got my seat like situated on these fucking loose bricks, and I'm trying to not fall and hurt myself just so I can smoke the cigar outside. Because it isn't that bad out right now.
Yeah.
But it's raining, so it's kind of like it's.
There was tornado warnings, bro. We may see you get just whisked away.
Tell me that wouldn't do good for the fucking show.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Podcast host gets swept away in Jersey tornado during COVID pandemic.
We should be able to get 27 hits on that.
Easy. That'd be funny if people gave it like thumbs down, like, yeah, this was set up.
Fake.
It's all fake. Fake news. Fake news. Yeah, we did a podcast last week, right? I've lost track of time. We just didn't do one Sunday, right?
I think the last one we did was Sunday of the week before.
The week before, yeah, but it seems like forever since we did one.
Because we were doing 3 things a week.
Yeah, we were. We cut this back down to 1 a week because that was cool when we thought that the pandemic was going to last for like 2 months. You're like, let's do a little extra. Then you're like,
let's do a little extra. Nah, it's like, oh, this is how it is now. Fuck.
Yeah. I didn't know we're in the new world.
The new world, we do 1 a week if we're free.
Yeah. I see podcasts doing what we were doing months ago. Like, they're running out of topics. They're like, top 10 movies. Top
From
foods.
1983.
Yeah.
From March of 93. Let's get top 10 movies of March of 1993.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited for first off, tomorrow's your birthday, which is also the
opening day
of baseball. You know what's so weird, dude? Because, like, I've been wearing Didi Gregorius shirt, like, every year because Didi was my man.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Modell's is closed. That's where I used to go get my new shit. Like,
right.
The day before, I just go to Modell's.
So you're saying it's just stuck with a Didi shirt?
No, I don't have the Didi shirt. I got rid of the Didi shirt. She's not a Yankee no more. So I gave it to Goodwill. I let some poor kid have it.
Right.
So I ate myself out of my Judge shirt. So I have to. I may have to go to Kohl's tomorrow. I don't.
All unable to rise.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, quarantine has shrunk my shirts.
A lot of people have been going through that.
Yeah. Is somebody weed whacking behind you?
The fan, bro.
Oh, it was your fan. Can you put it not by the microphone?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to do it.
So, I was like, either a plane's about to land in his backyard or someone's midnight weed whacking with like a flashlight. There you go.
That better?
Yeah, I don't hear it, so it's way better. Well, audio-wise. I don't know how it is for you, but...
No, it's not cooling me off, though, but I'm glad it's better for the audio.
What's it, by your ankle? My ankle is fucking frozen.
No, it's like on this like little stool I have set up, but like it just won't stay still. It just keeps spinning, so it's like cool. It's cool in like the yard.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm excited for Yankee baseball.
Oh, me too.
Like I was watching the exhibitions, but it was just so hard for me to get into it, knowing it didn't mean anything.
Well, especially when they're like, we're going to play an extra inning and let Judge get one extra bat. And you're like, what is this, the schoolyard? What the fuck just happened?
Well,
It's like,
yeah.
wait, did you see that? Did you see that? We
No,
went to break.
no.
So on the game against Washington against Philly, they go to commercial, and the Yankees got 3 outs, and they go to the Yankees were out. They were getting ready to take the field, and when they came back from commercial, they had to show that Judge hit a home run because Phillies wanted to pitch it to get a little extra work in, and Judge was the next at bat. So Judge stepped up, and he got a little extra work. I think he got one pitch, and Judge crashed it over the wall.
Nice.
That's what you get for your extra work.
Oh yeah, somebody. I did a concert yesterday, and somebody asked me about that. There's something with Judge. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear it, but must be what he was talking about.
So then the score was 2-0, and then we come back and it's 2-1 after like the 4th out. Like I don't even know. Like they let one more batter get up, and he crushed a home run. But it was funny, and then Ford hit a home run in I think the top of the 9th, which tied the score 2-2, and then they ended the game at the bottom of the 9th. But like it's not really like after that. I was like, yeah, actually it's 2-1. I was hoping they would score 2 more runs, make it 3-2, and then I'll be like, all right, now it's tie. You know what I'm saying? Like the Judge home run doesn't count.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they counted it as a run and a home run for his stats, like, you know what I mean? Like for his whatever preseason stats, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Are you doing anything for opening day, or just chilling home watching it? You going, like, is there any, like, outdoor fucking things going on or some shit, like sports bars or some shit?
I don't know, man. It's supposed to be shitty tomorrow.
All right.
I think it's supposed to be thunderstorms again tomorrow. Yeah, I'll just sit home excited. It's an 8 o'clock game, right? It's a national game, too.
Oh, is it 8 o'clock? Okay.
7 or 8. It's a later game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
To hang out with some friends, and then I realized what day it was. When I said yes, I'm like, it's got to be Friday. You
were supposed to do what?
We were just going to go meet up for, like, outside dining.
Really?
Yeah. But not really, like, kind of just not, like, at a place, like, get the stuff and then do our own thing.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Not like I'm not going to sit with strangers.
Right.
I did that with my mom, actually. My mom and I went to the Portuguese Fisherman last Sunday. And,
is that a restaurant or just a guy you know?
What?
Is that a restaurant or just some guy?
It's a restaurant in South River, and we went in the middle. We went probably like 3-4 o'clock. It was nice. They had like a big tent. The tables were very separated.
Right.
And it was good. It was my first like restaurant meal in forever.
Right.
And I haven't had Portuguese food in forever. It was killing me. And then and it was fine, but it was a nice day, and we were under the tent with like the shade. But
yeah,
when the humidity came up, I wanted to punch everyone in the face to get me my check so I can get the hell out of there. Like it was getting me like.
Yeah.
And me and my mom both get like panic attacks, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, my chest is itchy. You think this is like I don't know, man. I'm like, what's happening? I'm having a panic attack. She goes, well, I'm gonna start having one if you have one. So like we're both sitting there, just like, we have the check, please have the check. Guy in the gas mask, give us our check. So, but it wasn't enjoyable to the point. I enjoyed it because when I'm having conversation with my mother, we're having a good time because I don't see a lot of her these days, but then like you just start like remembering what's going on. You're like, why am I here, man?
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what, you're eating and you're fine until they come up to see if everything's okay in their mask, and you're like,
yeah,
guess not. Else you wouldn't have that on.
No, it's so easy to. That's why you see people like talking close with no mask. Like yesterday, I went grocery shopping. I'm very, I'm a police when it comes to going up the right aisle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so like I'm trying to be more relaxed and spiritual, right? I'm trying to be like more calm.
Yeah.
Trying. So I'm in the grocery store and I'm going down the right lane, and like I'm looking in it's by the, I think, bread, and some guy just comes up the wrong side, and I look at him like, serious? And he looks at me, I'm like, this what we're doing? And he came right up on me, right?
Yeah.
So then I said, I remembered, Mike, just relax, let people be people, step away from him. You can't, you know what I mean? So I relaxed, and then as I was going to pay, I got a friggin' cart full of groceries, and I just go up, and he's got the same guy I yelled at, like got mad at, was in that same register. And he was paying for like one item. He had one item he was paying for, and I kind of like the whole belt was empty, so I just went up and started to put stuff on the belt. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole belt was empty, but his one item at the front, and he had somebody in front of him, so he was trying to stay back. But I didn't even think about it. I just saw the empty belt and wanted to start loading up my stuff, and I was right on him. And the ShopRite employee's like, "Sir," to me, and she's like, there's a customer in line. You got to step back. I was like, dude, I said, didn't even dawn on me. I saw an empty belt. Go right to the belt.
Yeah.
And I bet he was like, yeah, that's what you get for yelling at me.
Hey, dude, do me a favor. Frame yourself up center a little more. You're kind of off to the side a little bit.
Got to go back that way?
Yeah, that way, the way you just said. Yeah, that way. Hi, Angela. I was brushing when I got here, she said.
Is that
brushing
better,
your
Joe?
Teeth or your hair? Perfect. Yeah, go a little more to that side.
I'm good.
Okay, we'll just leave it there. My little house of cards is sensitive, Joe. I can't.
I barely pulled that off.
I barely pulled that off. Oh my God!
I was about to just tell you, say I didn't realize it was 9:12. I thought it was still like 9:02, and I was like, I'm ready to go. And I was just gonna say, man, maybe I should just use my phone, bro. Just put it on my tripod and sit out here at the phone.
Yeah, you could do that. You could always do that if you want to. All right, Angela was brushing her teeth when she got here.
Oh, that's...
Well, she said, "Hi, guys. Heart, I was brushing when I got here. My hair or teeth. There's...
Something was being brushed.
Yeah, something was being brushed.
It's just she couldn't
I wish you'd have came back with something even more weird, like my feet. Like, whoa.
Yeah. Or a pony.
I was brushing... Yeah, we were brushing my pony. Me and my pony up here doing what we do. Me and my pony love to watch On Our Heads podcast, like ponies do. What's up, Dave? Dave Kuna's in the chat. What's up,
Dave?
Fellas? How's it going? We both had outdoor shows this week. I had my first... you had an indoor-outdoor show, right? It was like half and half?
Under 10, yeah.
Under a tent. A little better. But
better.
Mine was like 270 people. A lot of bikers and their wives.
Right.
Check this out. Okay, talk about masks and social distancing.
Gone.
My buddy Lou, and Lou, if you're watching this, I meant to shit on you on stage, but like I was too in my head for my first show to really go off the cuff on someone they don't know.
Right. Like a lot of inside jokes. They're like, "Who's Lou?"
Well, yeah. Well, Lou on. If you see him on Facebook, he's very ultra liberal, very about the masks. Like, you guys got to wear the fucking mask. Like, he's a fucking pro mask.
Right.
Like, he talks about it so much, I don't even want to wear a mask no more. Like, that's how, like, he makes me not want to wear a mask. He makes me anti-mask. I'm pro-mask. That's how
he makes you look for, like, a link that says you don't need masks.
Yeah.
That's how much he is.
Yeah, I want to take it off the, yeah. So, he comes into the show. He goes, he comes in. He goes, I'm finally going to get to see you after all these years. I'm like, so 16 years I've been doing comedy. You picked this one. This is the one. I haven't done it in 4 months outside behind an Elks Lodge. You've been going to these conventions for years. I've been in these shows that are like packed to the gills, and you've yet to come.
But this is the one.
This is the one you pick. And not only does he tell me that, but he tells it to me while pulling his... He goes, "Hey, Joe, it's finally good to see you." I go, "Hey, Lou, that's why you wear the mask when you talk to me, Dumbo."
It's not for the walk up.
Yeah, it's not for the greeting. What is it? What is this, a birthday surprise? I wonder who this is. Hey, Joe.
He's the guy who puts his seatbelt on when he parks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lou puts his seatbelt on when he parks. Yeah. He unwraps a condom after he has sex.
Yeah.
He throws it in the garbage. I don't know if I did the sequence of events right with this, but good luck, lady.
It doesn't really say much on the packaging, so I'm assuming I did it right.
Yeah.
It was it's just awkward because I know it's 4 months, but it is easy to just go back to, who we are. Like if me and you started hanging out and we're talking, it would. I mean, we're more conscious, but we might, drop our guard because it's us. We're just hanging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, but like we can keep our masks. You know what it is? It's like
I understand that.
KP came by my house last week.
Right.
We smoked cigars in the backyard, and he just sat like 7 or 8 feet from me.
Right.
I give him a little extra. He's a little dirtier.
He's got to go.
Everyone else 6 feet. KP got me 7, 8 feet.
I do 10.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
It was good because it was nighttime. I couldn't really see him. He was kind of in the shadows in my backyard.
That's a KP night right there. 10 feet shadows.
Yeah, I saw like the Irish outline of his big white face and then the glow of his stick. But I want to do more of that with more friends in the backyard.
I saw you post something trying to smoke a cigar and saying that you weren't happy with it. I don't know what you were expecting from it, so I just want to know what you're talking about.
No, I don't think like put it this way. I liked it. Because he was supposed to come and he was late, and I'm sitting. I want to smoke this thing, so I just started smoking it by myself. I'm like, whatever. He's eventually coming.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a cigar guy. I think I could do cigars strictly if I'm hanging out with my boys.
You're not just going to back and smoke.
No, I didn't like it that much. I liked it hanging there with my pal. We were shooting the shit.
Right.
I didn't feel that it got me like I was worried it was gonna make me start craving like cigarettes. Like 'cause I was so addicted to cigarettes, I thought I was just afraid of that. But it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't like it enough where I could see myself having a humidor and like everyone I know that started smoking cigars, they have closets of cigars and they're just.
I did. See, I went through that phase, late 90s, early 2000s, like from like 98, maybe 99 to like 2005. I went through the humidor, travel humidor, go to a cigar joint, pick up 4 or 5, throw them in the box.
Yeah.
Now I'm just probably until like 2005, and then I stopped for a long time. And now, at first, if it's nice out, man, it hasn't been. But if it's nice, if it's got like a little nice cool breeze,
that's what
it's
that
not
night was. It was perfect.
If that's the night, man, I want to smoke. I want to be outside. I want to be outside smoking a cigar. I remember Frankie, man. We used to have just all kinds of things. Me and Frank would do so much together that we had a fucking a signal for everything. So he would be like, so if he wanted to play cards, right? He would just do this. He'd be like that. He'd like, you know what I mean? Like if he saw me, he'd be like,
yeah.
Like he's dealing, and then he'll go. So he'll be like, go later. You later. You want to go like that? That was our want to play some cards, smoke a cigar, and play some cards. That was the whole thing. So go to Dunks, get up, and play some cards. That's what he would say.
Other people in the diner were like, I think they're gonna go blow each other in the bathroom. They won't.
Well, we're not going. It's,
yeah, but we know what.
Well, if we were at a meeting, he would look across at me and go, and then like do a little like we're dealing cards, and then for a long time, like I mean, it might shock you. I didn't go to meetings for a little bit, right? So, I would just stay home, and I would text him, and be like, "Yo, who's at the meeting?" And he would give me like a rundown of all the guys at the meeting. And I'd be like, "Yo, hit them up for cards. Bring them over. Bring them back to my house." Then they would come. We would throw a $20 game. It'd be me, him, Melissa, and like 6 guys, and then hopefully one of us would win. It was winner take all. One of us would win like the $120 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, yeah. And we would go to White Castle at like 5 a.m, bro. Go get Dunks and White Castle like 5 a.m. And you would think that was like active addiction.
No.
I was stone cold sober.
Yeah, he came over to smoke because we were going to go over the set lists. I was so paranoid about doing my first show. I'm like, I just want to, maybe I can figure out what to do. And he got here. We just were talking about everything but that. And I said, you know what? fuck it, man. I'm doing this a long time. I'm going up there. I'm not going to have a set list.
What are we
I'm
doing?
going to see what happens. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I wrote a little thing in my pocket just in case I had like a total mind
Brain fart?
freeze.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Like
Dude, it's all
I
right.
explained it to someone. I explained to Jackie Byrne. I said, you know, that feeling when you come home from vacation, when you come in your house, it feels weird, and it takes you
Right.
like a little while to get your bearings. Like
Yep.
this doesn't even seem like my house. That's what the stage felt like. Like
Right.
I got up and I was just like, and it would probably feel like that if I was in a club. This was like a double weirdo. It was like I'm on a stage
normally
in a
do.
parking lot.
People are nowhere near you.
People are nowhere near. They just stood for a patriotic song that wasn't the national anthem. We don't know what was happening. There was like a karaoke DJ singing some other song.
Ooh.
People just heard patriotism,
where's
and they
that
all
come
stood up. We're like, what is this?
When did it start where you like arrogantly patriotic? Where did that fucking start? We're like, yeah, man, we sing, we love country music, and we wave our. When did that? What the fuck? Just be you're not. You need to wave a flag and sing a goddamn song to be American? Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude. It's weird, bro. The things that people like attach themselves to being American.
Yeah.
And they always talk about this tradition horse shit. It's like what? So what? Like, who cares? If we got to forego tradition when it comes to, you know, the president's insanity, why do we have to not forego tradition when it comes to a song? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Daniel Tosh had a bit about the national anthem. He's like, the national anthem sucks. He's like, what? It doesn't? Like, you know, this crowd gets always what? Do any of you have it on your iPad, on your iTunes?
I actually like it. It gives me chills.
No, I know, but don't be that.
What?
I like it sung right. If somebody hits it right, and it's a great, like over like a maybe like, you know, like the World Series game or something like that. Like
God
somebody
Bless America. That shit gives me chills, bro.
Oh, God Bless America. I mean, that's a good song.
I'm patriotic, dude. I am. I get the chills.
All right, well, that's good.
You know?
I do if I see like an old soldier, and he's got like his fucking World War II fucking battleship hat on, and they sing the national anthem or God Bless America, then I get all like misty-eyed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or in special moments, like at a Yankee game. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get that moment, like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I see. You know what it is? I also tape. I've done over my whole career of video and stuff. I mean, I even made that documentary going down with the veterans to the World War II monument. I made like years ago, and I've been at a lot of these events with all vets.
Right.
And man, there's just something when you see these old guys or these dudes and they're like it really touches that. It just gives you chills, man.
Because you know that especially to those old guys, right?
Yeah.
That them standing up proud because those guys fought in blood and mud. Like those guys, you know that song, like that fucking any of that shit is it. They're proud. They're so proud of themselves. So I get proud for them.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird, though, because, I mean, I'm only speaking from experience, because everyone talks about how patriotic they are and how much they support the troops. And I'm talking people that aren't in the military, like just regular.
Regular smokes.
Like, I've taped, Pearl Harbor Day events, 9/11, veterans parades, the most poorly attended you've ever seen.
Right.
It's like, bro, they're asking you for like one day.
Right.
But if fucking Santa Claus is coming up the road, it's fucking packed. If there's if it's St. Patrick's Day, I'm Irish. Today I'm Irish. Let's go drink. All right, here's the veterans parade. These old men, these 90-year-old men are walking up the street with all their power, and it's like their family's there. You're like,
yeah.
you motherfuckers, man. You say you're patriotic, but it's happening in all your towns that day. Every town's you ain't doing it. You know? Don't tell me you're patriotic. Show me. That should be the most packed fucking parade next to Chris holiday parade, because Santa Claus is huge. I mean, everybody loves Santa Claus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Old guys in World War II ain't gonna trump Santa, but this should be a close second.
Right. I'm not saying it should be, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
My old man was very, he was a veteran, but he was a part of all those, like the VFW and the American Legion Hall.
Yeah.
So every, other weekend, like in the summer, they're all having something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, hold on. Yeah, I've got the right one. So yeah, my father was very, so he had just all the pins and all the poppies and, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff. Like,
dude, I can't not buy those poppies when I see the old dude with his little bell.
You're not.
I just, when I see people walk past them, you're just like,
yeah.
I'm a sucker for most of those Girl Scout cookies. That's
different.
But even
pay the support. You're not. Let me tell you something. If Girl Scouts were selling vegan fucking tofu pops, you'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So don't give me.
Nah, I even put the money in the cheerleader thing. I just can't walk past any of those things.
Yeah, if I have it, I have it. You're getting it.
There's only one time there was this dude just comes to my. He looked like he was in his 20s. He's like, "You want to buy M&Ms for my school?" I'm like, I don't know what type of casing operation this is, but we're home all day. Just go to the next house, and you need a shave, and you're getting some grays coming in. I don't know what school you're selling M&Ms for, but I'm not buying it. It was. That's when you wish you had like a Ring doorbell to record this fucking thing.
Yeah.
He had to be 27 years old. He was just like, "You want to buy M&Ms for my school?" And at first you're like, Is it like special school? You're like, no, he's a regular guy.
But it's like Office Space when what's his name comes to the door and he's like, I used to be on crack, but now I'm doing better now.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Dave Kuna in the chat says, does Mike smoke White Owl from the corner store?
No, my grandfather used to smoke those, not me.
What's White Owl?
White Owl cigars, man. They just come in a little box.
Oh, yeah. They got the little thing on the end?
Blunts. That's how they used to make blunts. White Owl blunts, remember?
Okay, yeah.
That bag's a skunk. I got White Owl blunts. So
yeah, I was more a Philly blunt guy, but I was not even that big of a blunt guy, honestly, when I got that.
Yeah, Joe, I got to be honest with you. When I look at you, I don't see that big of a blunt guy. No. Period.
Yeah,
and that's
I was more of a gravity bong guy. I needed to get fucked up.
I didn't like weed at all.
No, you didn't do gravity bongs? We used to do angel dust and gravity bongs.
No, we just smoked joints. I would what was it called? A coolie, right? Was it called a coolie or a woola? When you would
That's
put
the
in,
same thing, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You would put angel dust in with pot, right?
No, that's the woola. The coolie's the cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did that a couple times, but I just thought, what a waste. It's not getting me high.
Yeah, it is. It's such a waste.
Yeah, so I just into my nose, please.
Yeah.
Get out of here. What are we filming? A movie? Give me the cocaine, please. I hate this. Everybody trying to be
middle school is great.
Middle school. Did you ever be like? Because did you smoke a lot of angel dust?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Especially the summer before senior year. Woofa.
Really?
Summer before senior year, there was that was 1992. Now,
right.
1992, at least in my neighborhood, very dry for marijuana. It was just a dry spell.
Okay.
So it was a lot of angel dust, and I became friends with one of the either like a high-ranking police officer in North Brunswick's son.
Okay.
Met him at a party, and he had the big acid hookup, and I took acid exclusively for the month of August in like '92. So it was like July was angel dust, August was acid. Then I'm like, school's starting. I gotta get my shit together, and then then I went back to just angel dust.
Right, yeah, because that's
how I got my shit together.
Yeah, you gotta get your shit together. Duh.
Can't be taking acid during school. We only make that mistake twice. Once
I smoked dust probably maybe 10 times, because it was just, I took a lot of mescaline, a lot of acid, but dust would put me in a place that I don't want to totally be out of control all the time.
Yeah.
And I was never in control on dust. And I didn't, so it was only once in a while that I would do that. But I would sprinkle it in with tobacco or like that and just get like a little high, not like a total dust joint high.
Yeah, see, that summer there was these woods in Texas Road in like Old Bridge, New Jersey. It was off this road, Texas Road. It was like these, we used to go like mud bogging down these trails, and we had just in the middle of these woods this campfire almost every night, and so we were just smoking dust, campfire, broads, fucking.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you were losing control, but you were in such an environment where you can lose control.
No, but that's we hung. I mean, like in my neighborhood, there was the dust heads, right? And there was probably 15 guys and girls who exclusively smoked dust for 3 years of my teenage years. They would dust it almost every night. You know what I'm saying? And they were the zombies. We call them the zombies because they would just walk up the avenue zombied out. And when I smoked dust, I was a zombie. However, I didn't like being so zombied out. Everyone was just hanging and zombied, so I wasn't like I was danger. I just don't like being so out of it that I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And angel dust would do that to me. So
Scott McKeon said hot box in the car for sure. Scott was at my show, and then Scott goes, "Joe, did you ever dust your Omaha steaks then smoke them?" Doesn't sound like a bad idea, I gotta say.
Yeah. But I mean, the last time I think I smoked dust, I was just like, I don't know, I was like probably 20.
Yeah.
The last time I smoked dust, and I had such a trip, such a bad fucking high, man, that I just never smoked again.
Yeah, I don't think, because that was 92 when I did that. Because that winter, I remember going into Spanish Harlem to get dust, and I got yanked out of the car. I thought someone was killing me, and it was just this massive female officer pulls me out of the car, pulls my wallet out, and she looks at it, she goes, "Does your East Brunswick, New Jersey, does your mother know you're coming to Harlem to buy dust?" I'm like, "No." And then she just pulled the dust out of my pockets, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of here." I was like, "All right."
Really?
Oh, totally. I mean, nothing. Just.
How old were you?
I was 17.
You were a waste of time. A lot of paperwork.
Exactly. She pulled my wallet out, saw where I was from, and then so then I went to rehab that winter. And then
the cop lady pulling you out in Spanish Harlem got you to rehab. That was nice.
No, I went that February, March.
Right.
Angela has no idea what we're talking about.
That was my point, and we started to talk about it because you can get into dust stories easily.
Yeah.
My thing, because you said junior high. Did you ever just I used to say this on stage at NA shows, but it never fully developed, and I wish I could develop it. And I said it on regular stages too, that I'm always typical kid stuff, like smoked angel dust, typical, and you say it so naturally. Yeah. And then I realized I used to say smoke crack on stage in regular. I remember being at Gotham, packed house, and I was like, so I used to smoke crack, and I just looked at the audience stare at me, and I go, I usually think that just is like a natural thing, but by the looks at all of your faces, I got to think me saying I'm smoking crack was a little shocking. Like some people go, did he just say crack?
Yeah, they don't like it. It's very alienating to some crowds.
And it's very real.
It's too real.
Because it is a problem. It causes death. It is a bad thing. You say it so nonchalantly. It's like and not that it's the same thing at all, but it's almost like going, so I have cancer. And anyway, and like, whoa, slow down.
Yeah.
You can't just say that, guy.
Yeah. It's like I've met people, even like comedians, are like, yeah, I didn't really start drinking and smoking pot until like I was 25.
Right.
Like 25. I had 5 years clean, and it was the second time I got clean. 25. Holy shit. I used to sometimes like wonder if I started at 25 or later, like if I was just a normal kid,
right,
and then just started dabbling socially, like adult socially.
Yeah.
If maybe things would have been different for me in that arena.
You know, who knows? Anything's possible.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something I think about.
No, I hear you, bro. I'm the same. Who hasn't thought? I got clean a little. I was 24 when I got clean.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it was a little.
Most people we know that got clean, like most of their stories start like ours, starting very young.
Right.
I probably couldn't even count on one hand. I probably couldn't even come up with one person from memory that told me I started in my late 20s and it got all screwed up. Like I don't recall that story. So
no.
You know.
No, you're right. Most people who are in recovery, whatever stage they came in, they started young.
Yeah, so I remember an old timer told me that because I remember I said, yeah, AA is a bunch of old guys. NA is a lot of young guys like me. He's like, yeah, because people don't grow old with drugs.
Yes.
I was like, oh, good to know.
I used to say that in like, you know, in AA you get these older guys who are a lot more mature, a lot more calmer, because alcoholics take years. Not all of them. It's not like a blanket statement, but most alcoholics take years to destroy their lives, right? It's socially acceptable. Your wives deal with you. They usually have a career. They buy a home. They have families, and their families are disgusted at the fact that they get drunk and pass out on the couch every night and that kind of thing. And then eventually their bodies just get beat up, and then their daughters like, I'm done with you. Fuck you. You're drunk every holiday. You know what I mean? Then those things start to pile up. As far as crackheads and heroin addicts, all we do is get high. We don't go to work. We don't buy homes. We don't have families. And if we do, they're usually dope fiend families. Everybody's getting high in the house. It's not like a normal. It's not usually the heroin addict that's sitting at a table after putting a good day's work in at the house, nodding out into the mashed potatoes. It's usually, it usually doesn't happen like that. So then these older guys get sober, and they had all the stuff. So then they become spiritual. They look for the thing that's been missing their whole lives, which was this something in their soul.
Yeah.
Young crackheads and heroin addicts, all we want is stuff, because we ain't ever had stuff. So we get jobs, we get apartments, we get girlfriends, we get cars, we start to beef up, we get clothes, we look good, and they're like, life is awesome. The spiritual aspect, that thing in your gut, nobody fucking focuses on that until they usually halfway through their recovery, they hit a fucking wall like me. Halfway through my recovery, all the material things didn't work. And then I was like, oh, it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
AA guys normally are already there because they've had all the shit their whole lives.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why when I got clean, I remember my friends would. There was like a few guys with 7 years in my area. It was like a few guys with 7 years, a lot of guys with 4 years. Like the class of '89 was deep. A lot of guys with 4 years, a couple of guys with 7. 1 or 2 with 10, and that was it. Nobody else had any more time in my area. And I said, why is that? And they were like, because a lot of times guys get 7 or 10 years, and they leave, and they go to the other fellowship because there's more spiritual workings. There's more step work. There's more the other side of this. And I was like, nah, really? And then when I got like 9 years, 10 years, I was like, yeah, man, nobody wants to hear side flat brim hat, white T-shirt. Yo, as long as I'm not smoking crack today. Yeah, but you fucking rob everyone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember it didn't click. I could not figure out my second step, like insanity, because everything, like the book, first off, the book is written by half of retards, right? The book, the basic text is not even, have you ever read it? It's not even a complete sentences sometimes. It's like written like they speak. If you ever read and the reason why we can identify, because that's how we would talk. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it just, like, talks to us. Like, yeah, man, paragraphs don't complete a thought. Like, it's half of morons. But we can identify with it. But in the second step, it talked a lot about repeating the same mistakes. Like, would you go up and ask somebody for a heart attack? It was all about drugs, right? And at that time, I was like, I'm not using drugs. I don't want to get high. I'm not doing any of the things that I did when I was getting high. So I must be fine. I don't have a problem with the second step. I'm not insane. I'm only insane when I smoke crack and fucking crawl on the floor looking for an extra rock and I rob my mom. That's when I'm insane. But normally, I'm not insane now. So I talked to this guy, like 12 years. He was like really like spiritually. He spoke. You had to get like close to listen to him. He's like, "There's no I'm saying." He was like a biker, white mustache, white hair. And he was just very soft-spoken. And somebody said, well, you don't think you have a problem? You don't think you're insane? I'm like, no. He's like, go talk to, I think his name was Bill. Go talk to Bill, see what he has to say. So I go, hey, Bill, I'm just having a hard time on my second step. I don't feel like I'm insane, really. He's like, you know? I'm like, no. He's like, you have a job? I was like, no. He's like, what time you go to bed at night? I was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what time you wake up? I'm like, 3 in the afternoon. He's like, okay. He's like, how much do you smoke? I'm like 2.5 packs a day. He's like, you don't have any money? I was like, no. He's like, how do you get these cigarettes? I was like, my mom. He's like, none of this is insane to you? And I just stood there on the curb, and he's like, started his motorcycle, like, rum, rum, and just drove away. And I was like,
is that God? Is God a biker?
It made me look deeper than what I was looking at, like the surfacey drug shit.
Yeah. I hear you, man. You trying to let you stoke? That's the one thing I didn't realize about cigars. You got to keep lighting those motherfuckers.
Yeah, they fight you. If you stop talk for a few minutes, they go out.
I know. I kept having I almost, thank God KP came, because my lighter that I had just died. Like, I was able to just get the motherfucker lit.
You were using a fucking barbecue lighter, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do?
No, I get it.
Fucking rookie. rookie cigar smoker.
Did KP have a torch for you?
He had a torch, and then he left me another cigar. It's in my freezer.
What?
It's in my freezer, the other cigar that he left me.
Why is it in your freezer?
He told me to put it in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, keep it fresh.
Okay.
Because he said if I keep it out, it'll get dry.
Yeah, if you're not going to smoke it within like a few days, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to probably smoke it this weekend, maybe.
There used to be, now I remember back in the day, I would buy like a little Ziploc bag at the cigar joint, and then they would throw in, it was like a humidor pack, and you put it into the like Ziploc bag, and you Ziploc it closed, and it kept it moist.
Ah. Nice. I wanted one after my show Saturday. That seemed like a good time. Like, I was outside.
Yeah.
That would have been a great time to have a stick, as they say. Have a stick.
That's life.
I don't know if I'm gonna love outside comedy was good, man, but I don't know, man. It almost seems like a very I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like what we do, but it's just not. You know what I mean? It's just there's some weirdness. I don't think it'll ever feel normal. I have to do one more. If I could do one more like fairly soon to see.
Right.
But that one was run pretty well. I think my issue too is like if one's not run that well, like
you have to set it up. I know that you said there was a problem with the cars moving and then they never moved up, but if they were closer, I think closer with a tent over the top, open on the end, wide open, not like, walls on a tent, because then you're just basically inside. You know what I mean? Like a tent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a nice sound system and a bright spotlight, dude, you can see people. It wasn't bad. It wasn't. Look, is it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm not going to choose it. I'm not going to choose it over a club.
The whole thing is weird. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts because, especially now, I'm really just interested in what comedians are thinking about what's happening with us and what the future is, and I just want to know what the comics are doing. So I've been listening to a lot of comedy podcasts,
right.
And a lot of people say the same thing I'm thinking. It's like, even when you do your old material, it feels like some other universe this shit's coming from.
Yeah, because you're saying a bunch of things nobody's doing.
Yeah, it seems so insane.
You're talking about stuff that
world that doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
And like, even if it's not specifically about things you don't do anymore, it's like it just seems like I remember like when I was done. I did my act. It went as good as I could have hoped. You know what I mean? And I got good response from it, but I'm like, all I want to do is write a new act.
Yeah. So I'm lucky. I feel lucky because I have a lot of material that is story based.
Yeah.
And I can say it like, oh, you know what happened one time, not like yesterday. This is a thing that happened to me. I was on a cruise ship. Not yesterday. Well, nobody's on a cruise ship. It was a thing that happened to me when I was on a cruise ship. This is something that happened to me. This is something that, and like, I don't know. I didn't have a problem with that because I none of my stuff is like, I don't know. I just didn't I didn't feel that at all.
Yeah.
I feel like that when I first start the show because I'm not the kind of guy who can just go up and be like, ignore reality. And the reality is what we're doing is weird. This world is weird. There's a lot of shit going on that's weird. I can't just go up there and be like, so what's up, guys? Thanks for coming to live stand-up. Like, I just can't.
Yeah. I sent KP a text earlier. It was like a guy with a beard with a frozen face with a cigarette, and I'm like, comedian after his set in fucking December, just fucking just frozen.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, when it comes to, the fall and the winter, we're going to be dead. In this, it's like reverse, complete reverse, because usually summer's dead, and those are our months.
Yeah. And
we're gonna be
it's just like that flyer I sent you. It was like, I'm like, comedy's so embarrassing. It's like a stand-up. It's like a flyer with a field and like a picnic bench and bushes, and you're like, you just want to like be like, what are we doing, man? Like, this is embarrassing to our industry.
Somebody posted a clip of like these comics on I don't even know what it was, like on a street in New York, and like they just came, like the stage was like a stoop of like a side entrance, almost like a delivery entrance of a building, and they were like, with like a rail, and they were like leaning on the big metal rail and doing comedy, just people standing around on the streets. I was like, nah, I don't need it that bad.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what I was talking with Florentine even after the show, because he did a drive-in show, and he said it was
right.
It was his first one. It was like, it was what it was. He didn't even know what to expect because it was just such a weird setup. But he said, for what it was, it didn't seem bad. This, what we did, is good, but it's like, it's just so weird, man. It's like it's like, like I only want to do it if it's going to be done by like specific people. It's like almost like the risk reward of getting sick.
Right.
Because I got to tell you, if there was 270 people there, 70 people wore masks walking in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I was just like, damn. I can see if you've sat down, you're set in your spot already. But there was people just coming in with no masks, and I was like, yuck. I don't know, man. Just whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how much I can risk. I don't know. Part of me is like, just try and find something else to do until it comes back like you like it.
Yeah, you might not be doing comedy again for a while.
No, I know. I like a part of me. I've talked about it even with my therapist. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if I'll be able to develop. I don't know. It just seems so weird. I don't know.
Yeah, you can get over yourself though and just be like, all right, this is something I like to do. I want to work this thing out. This is an idea I have. I want to go on stage and work it out. Oh, they're in a park and I don't really hear the laughs. I don't give a fuck. Because I know I'm good. Like, I'm not trying to pat myself and be arrogant about it. You know you're good.
No, I know, but I don't know if
yeah.
I mean,
if you know you're good, what are we looking for? I know I'm having fun. I know I'm doing the right thing. Oh, I can't hear all the laughs.
I know if I'm having fun, I gotta. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably try it again, just because I don't count that one because it was my first one and weird. Mm-hmm. I'll do it. Like I'm saying, I want to do it with people I know are going to be setting it up properly. I've seen some disaster cases that don't look safe, and I'm like,
no, 100%.
It ain't worth it for me.
Right.
To go do this.
No.
Like,
no,
sharing mics and shit. Fuck.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Like that place I did in Pennsylvania Saturday, they had it set up before we even got there. Beautiful, nice size stage, spotlights so bright, 2 tents, everyone's social distance, and they had outhouse like a porta john set out with a big sink and sanitizer out front. People taking temperatures when you walked in.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's that's the way it should be. You know what I mean? Like the show Saturday, I didn't. Other than my friend Lou, I didn't feel unsafe at all. Other than when he pulled down his mask to say hello to me.
But you said 70 people walked in with a mask. How do you not feel?
Well, because I wasn't near them. I wasn't. I just. I stayed away myself. I just noticed people coming in the entrance, showing their tickets.
Right.
Nobody was.
Yeah, they had it like police taped off this big field, and you had to come in by these tables, and there was 3 people set up with masks and temperature and show your tickets, and you had to have a mask on. They kept it on. I watched everyone's social distance. No one, even when they were out in the field just talking, everyone was kind of distanced with their mask on. No one came up to us. No one said anything, and they had 4 microphones set up. 1 for the lady running it, and then 3 one for each of us.
Yeah.
But I fucked up and used the wrong one.
What are you going to do? Do you have any other outdoor shows booked?
I have one in a little park August 1st, but I may have to cancel because I'm going to grab a good job, like a full-time job. Might as well just do it now and just work my ass off while I can.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to have to eventually. I mean,
no, but I'm not making good money with the job I'm doing now anymore, but I want to grab a job that I can just kill it for the next like 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
And just bank a bunch of cash. And then if comedy starts back up, it starts back up. But I even told my manager, I'm not going. Don't book me a week in, Utah, and then I don't have nothing for another 6 months. I'm not going to Utah for the week because I can't give up a job. I got to work solid.
You got to wait for comedy to be back.
Correct. Yes. Or I'll do the Fridays and Saturday one-nighters. I'll do all of them. But I can't do, I got you Wednesday through Saturday in Indianapolis. I can't do it.
I mean, the hopeful thing, like I was telling my therapist, I said is, I do a lot of fundraisers, and I feel like once things start coming back, people are going to need to raise funds.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we should do pretty well with that, No,
I think that part of the business, I mean, we're lucky that we were in that.
Yeah.
And Ryan up in Connecticut, he's doing good with those outside shows. He's starting to get a feel for it, and he's setting them up nice.
I see that. I saw his flyers and his pictures
and
stuff.
The show's nice. He's setting up. It's not thrown together.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you work with someone you know's going to do it right. That's my whole thing. But I don't know. Yeah. Like you said, it's like, whatever. We have a few more months of that. Like, no one... You know what I mean? It seems like comics are mostly setting up the outside shows. Like bookers are not really.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Stress Factory's doing it. They go live like every weekend with their one show.
The outside show or the Zoom show?
to outside shows. So he has like a stage outside. It's really good. He's got a multi-camera shoot. He's got a band that plays. Then him and his wife do a little like talk show almost together. Bring up the feature act. They come up to a little bit more time than the headliner, and that stage is next to the musician stage. They got drop lighting. It's killer. If you go to their Facebook page, you can see all the lives. Like I think Vic was just there, Vecchione, and I think like whoever's there for the week. I'm guessing one of them is on Facebook Live.
Right.
But it looks packed and and done well. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, at least
you have tent? Is there a tent?
No tent. But it's like, you know how Stress Factory's got that like parking garage?
Outside.
Like so the comics their back is to the parking garage.
Right.
So like that whole parking lot area is like turned into an outdoor showroom.
Okay. Well, they had set it up for an outside bar. You remember that? Yeah,
but this is just the whole.
So they made that.
It looks good. Definitely check it out. But yeah, stuff like that, like you know. But I don't even know how much. Like even at the cutaway shots, I'm like, I don't even know how much money he could be making there with the limited audience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, there's is the money that you know what? Like the Zoom corporates, the Zoom fundraisers. Those are the ones. Like if you put together a little Zoom show, like I was talking to Rich Aronovich, and he's like, he went out and got like a really nice green screen, set up the backdrop for like a comedy club.
Yeah.
And he does Zoom shows in front of that, and he goes, because like my cruise agent Don Casino books these like comics. It's called Comics in Captivity.
Okay.
And they do like 2 like headliner comics for all their Zoom audience, and they do it. And so Rich hooked up Rich is like, if I'm gonna make an effort to do this, I want to make it look really professional. So I got like a nice mic stand. I set up the backdrop. He goes, and it looks like I'm at a club. And the people, you get them on a big screen. You can see a bunch of their faces. You can hear laughter. He's like, you adapt, and it's true. That one show I did for corporate, even though I sat down and smoked a cigar, watching them laugh and like being, I was like, I can do this. Could be done.
Yeah, it could be done. Especially, I feel if you're gonna do it, set it up like that and make it as real as possible. Comedy Cellar's doing one tonight, a Zoom show, first one. Like
we can even do it, and I'm not saying your place, but like you get a backyard, somebody's central backyard. You have the comics there. Nice camera shot, zooming out. Maybe like put a television outside that we can all see the screen, and just go up and let comics from one location do the show.
Yeah, real quick. Angela's saying goodnight. I guess she had technical difficulties. Didn't know if we were live still. We are still live, hopefully. But we would, if we weren't, we wouldn't see this. So we are. But yeah, we could do something. I think a lot of backyard shows is going to be what's going to be the future for now.
Yeah.
I remember I'm sitting out in my backyard the other night with the dog, and I'm like, I could probably fit like 15, 20 people back here that are separated.
Right.
Have them Venmo me $5 each.
But you can do that in two.
And I could work out material. I can come out my sliding glass door and just come right onto my little patio.
Well, you can do that. Make a nice little show, and then like have like Vinny broadcast. Like you do a Zoom show with the 20 people live show and a Zoom audience. You have that Zoom audience Venmo whatever tip they want to give you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They hear the laughter from the audience. They almost maybe you set the camera back where they can see the audience's heads, and they're like they're in it.
The problem, what I don't like about, I mean, personally, just myself doing that is like having to worry about doing my show and tech. It's like,
I'm not saying
I can't. That's like sometimes like, even when I like would record myself, you know what I mean? It was like such a daunting thing.
Right.
Even though that's what I do, you know? You're just,
yeah.
Or like sometimes like I'd show up in a comic and be like, hey, can you tape my set? It's like, honestly, I just want to worry about mine. Can you just bring your own? Like, I don't want to be worrying about your focus while I'm trying to get ready from. I would do it anyway, but I was like, I'm hitting record and whatever happens, happens. I'm not like if it's.
Yeah.
I can't be your videographer. I got to get my right headspace.
But on a Zoom show, I mean, it's pretty much, a camera and go, right? I mean,
Well, I'm saying I don't know if I'm charging people. I got to make sure the shit's. I mean,
absolutely.
if it goes down, then I got to give all these people their money back.
Right. Well, I'm not saying you only. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You have a comic. You know what you do? You get a comic who knows how to do shit like that. And you're like, listen, you're gonna get 5 minutes on this show.
Yeah.
Fucking man the fucking boards and make sure the Zoom camera stays focused.
Yeah. Could happen.
Yeah.
But
Because if we're gonna adapt and do stuff and be creative, we can do whatever we want. We don't have to just bow out and be like, I guess we can't do comedy. Like, we can do whatever we want.
no, I was talking we were talking like who's doing the best, like the best comedy, like in quarantine and in lockdown is and me and KP both agreed. Andrew Schulz is the only one doing great comedy, as close to stand up as possible. Really putting together well written videos.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's really good.
He could be using a teleprompter. He's got this graphics. It's like he is killing it. He hired I think he's got one writer I know for sure, but like he's just killing it. And it's like I'm surprised I don't see more comics doing that, honestly. You know what I mean? Because it's
what I think it is? Because, see, like what he did was something, not the exact same thing, but I wanted to do something similar to that. Talk about the topics that I wanted to talk about weekly and make like a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Almost like an open monologue kind of show.
Yeah.
I think if people like me, you see it done, like Andrew's doing it well, I'm like, I don't want anybody to think I'm fucking following anybody. So it's like, you gotta create it differently. So it's like,
no, you do the same thing. Like, even if you go listen to like when he was like really hitting and he was like going on Rogan and talking and stuff, like he said, like how he came up with his ideas. He goes, he was looking at people doing what they're doing. How can I do it better?
Right.
And he's telling people, do what I'm doing. Take from me. Like, take it to another. Like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. It's influencing each other. You know what I mean? Because your take is going to be different than his take.
Oh, absolutely.
I think what makes his really good is he's not off the cuff, like podcasty. Like, he's got his podcast where he's off the cuff just shooting his shit. But like this is well-written teleprompter.
Monologue. Very good, man.
I'm doing like 5. It's gonna be like whatever, 5 minutes.
Yep.
Bam.
No, he's really good. And the whole smart, turn your camera sideways, turn your phone sideways.
If you did that, I'd be like, come on, Mike, with the turn the phone sideways. But
I wouldn't do it like that. I'd be like, hey guys, sideways would be a good idea. That's how I would do it.
Yeah. But no, you can get those little teleprompter apps for your fucking phones or your iPads, and just you can write your script, do your whole thing.
Because doing like the little Mike in the Yard. Like, I've recorded a lot of videos, like we were talking about, like maybe piecing them together, and like a lot of times I'll do it 3 or 4 times, and it's like every time I do it, I'm like, oh, that's a better way of saying that. Oh, let me do it again. Better. And then I do another. But then I get to the end, and I'm like, I don't want to put it up. I get exhausted with it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not putting it up. But if I was to
you should write it
out, and then if I was to write it and then work the jokes better before I start recording, it would be because I could punch it up more. A lot of times, sometimes you'll have lulls because I'm just talking.
Yeah, you don't want to go. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to go just off the cuff because it could get rambly.
No, it does.
You know
and then I'll pull out 4 or 5 things out of a 12-minute ramble, and I'm like, oh, I'll do them. And then the next one, I do those 4 jokes, and maybe 2 more jokes come in, but it's still 12 minutes of ramble. It's like, nope. Yeah. And then when I just want to make it punchy, it's like I've already said this like 15 times already. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 20 videos, 20 different days of videos of 10, 15, 20 videos at each day and then delete them all.
Yeah. I thought about doing quick videos on my YouTube channel. I took Zoloft for the first time last night. I thought about just doing like a series of me talking about like my experience with Zoloft. Just quick,
should.
You know?
Why would you not?
I don't know why I would not. I just
do it, man. It's your video. It's your video vlog of your diary of your Zoloft trip.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
journey on
I
Zoloft.
was thinking, I was like, because before I took it, I was going on YouTube videos like crazy, trying to get people's
Opinions on yeah, see their
on
takes.
it, you know what I mean? Just so I was like,
Their experience.
yeah, so I'll do my experience.
Do your own, man, and then you could talk about how you were and how things are happening now and how you feel different.
Yeah.
You tired from it yet right now or no?
I just took it last night, the first one. So.
But does it make you tired at all, even if you just take one?
Nah, they said it could take about 2 to 3 weeks to even start working. Taking it.
No, I know
day.
working, but I'm saying, does it any effects of like tiredness or drowsy?
Not yet. I can't tell if I'm just regular in my tiredness. It's like yeah.
You also can't tell if it's your regular anxiety or the side effects anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's what I want to do, a video reading off these side effects. One of them said, I don't have the paper with me. I got to go find it, but it was like, call doctor if you have painful throbbing hard-ons. I'm like, wow. I hope I know. That sounds awful. Like what was the old hack joke with the Viagra? Was if I have one, I'll call.
Oh, I'm calling all the girls I know.
Yeah, no, but this is painful throbbing. You're like, I just picture me in my living room, like, ah, calling 911. What's the problem, sir? Right here. But it doesn't tell you the pain. It just says painful. Like it's gonna be like fiery pain.
Dude, think of the throbbing. The throbbing means it probably feels like it's bruised and it hurts because it's so hard and the blood's all there.
Yeah. So that might be my first video.
It's like a Viagra. When a Viagra kicks in too much.
Yeah.
And you're just like your every muscle in your dick that's making it hard. You know, like when it gets hard, it's like, and it's like that. It's just like, and you're like, all right, you can't get any harder. There is no more inches to be had. Please stop pushing through.
I never took one.
A Viagra?
Nah.
I've taken them about 10 times.
Yeah.
And I don't like it because it gives me what do you call it? Blood pressure headaches. Bad. Like my brain just throbs. Like I can't even keep my eyes open from it. It's not you're having sex and you can't even keep your eyes. I think
originally it was some sort of blood pressure heart medication.
It was. So like, do you ever get a blood pressure like where your head, you can't even keep your eyes open? The headache is right here.
Nah.
It just throbbed right here. It's like I can't even open my eyes. It hurts so much. And I'm like, this is not. So I told my doctor. So I didn't get it from. He gave me a subscription, but I never bought them. I got them. I got them off my friends and off, illegally. And I told him about it. He's like, "Well, you got to cut it. Take a quarter of it, then.
Yeah.
So you can eliminate the headache, but still get the results."
Okay.
But I never did. I never did it again.
Yeah.
I haven't had really sex in so long that if I took one, it would be a complete waste of time.
It'd be a complete waste of time.
I don't remember the last time I had sex. I can't remember. And it doesn't. I don't care. I don't really care. But once in a blue moon, I'm like, wow, that is a really long time. And the thing is even if I was to have sex, I'm not good at it because I have both of my shoulders are completely torn. I have 2 torn rotator cuffs.
Yeah.
So I cannot have sex on top because I can't even hold myself up. My fucking shoulders will blow out. So it has to be either from the back or I'm on the bottom and you're on top. Like that's the only 2 ways.
Has it been years?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you think? You know who I'm fucking. You don't think I would have told you I've had fucked ever?
Nah, I just thought you weren't that open about that.
I'm open with you. I wouldn't be like, guess what, guys, on the cast, Mikey boy banged it out Saturday night. No, with you, it ought to be a little pep in my step.
Well, maybe 2020 is your year, baby.
I've been saying that since 2016.
Little COVID nookie. Yeah.
Get the id.
Hey, lady, come over, but get your mask on, okay? I saw that on a news thing. There was like doctors recommending if you're not in a long-term relationship,
wear a mask while you're fucking.
If you're like hooking up, it's like you think people don't want to do it to go like to the ATM. You thinking people don't wear condoms. Thinking you hear the passion. Wait, honey, before this gets hot. Let me put on my mask, but it's got the print of the bottom half of my face, so it's still me. I'm smiling.
I want to develop, and it's impossible because it won't be breathable. I want to develop a clear mask.
They're doing that. Because they've been trying to. Before COVID, there was a company working on it for was it deaf people to read lips.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's their big thing is fogging up. That's they're trying to
fogging up, and it doesn't breathe, so you get like this, like everything will be back in your face, and like it won't be comfortable.
My friend Tim's always got his mask on because he's got some health problems, and he wears glasses. Right. And every time we're talking, his eyeglasses are just fogged up, and I want to like wipe it off. Like he'll just sit there and keep talking to me, and it's all foggy. I'm like, is he just pointing in my direction? Does he just assume I'm here right now? Because I can't see his eyes. How could his eyes see me? Like I have good eyes with nothing, and I can't see your eyes. Like I want to next time he's talking to me, like take a step to the left and see if he notices, or like just not look at him, see if he just keeps yapping. Just turn my head.
They made a mask that works with glasses, so your glasses don't fog up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're gonna rock and roll because it's an hour and 13. I want to give out Scott McKean and Joe McKean came out to my show. They were fans from Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club and have become friends.
Okay.
You know, they came and saw me in AC. They always come and see me at Uncle Vinny's, and they drove up Saturday night to see me in the parking lot.
Nice.
And he watched, and his wife said, I always know when he's watching All in Our Heads podcast because he's sitting there with his phone laughing his ass off. He loves the podcast, so
it's great, man.
Thanks,
cool.
Scott. So, Mike, you may not be doing that next show, so we're not going to.
I don't think I will. Yeah, no.
Okay, Joe has nothing going on comedy-wise, so go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Joe Fernandes. Hit subscribe. I'm up to 616 subscribers. Let's just jack that number up. I got some video ideas coming for you, and Mike Gaffney on YouTube as well, right?
Yeah, it's Mike Gaffney on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. There ain't nothing going on.
And there's nothing going on. Anybody? Wait, I want to say anyway. Everybody came out as everybody. I don't know what I was supposed to say. Anywho, subscribe to the audio podcast. Any Watts. You've been listening to All in Our Heads. How come it's not working again?
Every time, Joe.
Every time.